Alright guys, welcome to another video down here at the Archerfield Drift Park. Now, Sunday, which just happened yesterday, was an interesting one, only because I completely forgot all my camera gear. You guys know I'd been hanging out with Cody, who helped me do the knuckles on the AU, you can see in the background over here. But anyway, I completely forgot my freaking camera gear. We were meant to do a video with him, and anyway, that didn't happen, but he's gonna have a video up on his channel, so definitely check that out. Now, you guys know I put this stuff down on the surface here. It's all working out pretty well. It's definitely keeping the surface together. We haven't had issues for a couple of events now. That's something I want to show you, which is kind of funny. You guys know I did my own knuckles. I tell you what guys, they're the best knuckles ever. See all this damage? All this damage here. And if you know, I have a lot of cameras here at the Drift Park. I think we've got 6 cameras here at the Drift Park. A couple mounted either side of our front booth. We've got them up on poles over here. We've got 2 others as well. And while I wasn't filming, my camera still picked up some of the live action. I'll chuck that in here. As you can see, things got pretty freaking rowdy, and I had put 17s on the back of my car, and I actually ended up with way more grip than I had in the previous laps. And the only somewhat downside of this stuff we put over the surface is there's you know, most of this part of the track here is really grippy, but then when you get out onto the very edge of the track where not as many people go, the car will slow down quite a bit, or you just can't get as much grip and as much speed. What that means is a lead car's out on the wall, you're on the inside a little bit, means you've got heaps of grip here, he's got no grip over here, and especially in a car that doesn't have a handbrake, and you know, it doesn't have a handbrake. I have both brakes hooked up, so I can't like left foot brake and it'll just slow the fronts down, and the car just kept pushing. We had a fair few good laps where we were door to door, and then that particular lap he wound even more angle on. I was shallow and I can't kick the clutch. It's a freaking auto, it doesn't have a clutch. So I just stayed into it, kept trying to turn into it, and literally just my bumper hit his wheel, which launched the front of the car up, then launched me off of him, and yeah, we've completely cut the tyre. So there's a huge gash in the tyre, and I'm guessing that's why my tyre's flat. But I've broken something in the steering rack, and that's why I come down here this morning, jump onto my trusty forklift. Just gonna lift this thing up quickly and have a look before we head back, because the Shockworks delivery has come for the 370Z. So let's see what actually broke on this thing and see whether we can get it fixed before the next event. All right, so I'm gonna jump under here quickly. First of all, the greatest thing in the world is the knuckles are perfect. They did not break. There's no sign of breakage anywhere. I broke whatever this is. Oh, it'd be the sway bar linkage thing. I don't even actually know if that broke. So I had a front wheel fall off again. Not when I was driving, when a friend was driving. That's why the back of this quarter panel is all stuffed up. Cody was driving it when it happened, and the wheel fell off, and I'm guessing that's what's broken that piece there. But we do have a spare one of those coming now. Oh, that's all we've done? We've broken both or just one? We've just broken that. That's mint. So there's a bolt that goes through into the rack here, and that's all that we've done. We've literally just broken the rack loose. Completely jumped a car, and all I've done is snap a bolt out of the rack. So I know that the AU House guys actually take these out and put bigger bolts in. So I might do something like that, but for the meantime, I'm just gonna take this with me now, and I'll just replace this, and everything's gonna be good. We'll get this thing back up and running again. Everything else on the car seems to be all right. We've got a bit of, there's a lot of slap we need to get off. And I've been changing tires and not noticing that. So yeah, AU is gonna be all good, which is great. Yeah, I'm stoked with that. We'll head home now and get on to the 370Z, show you guys the new coilovers that have just come in, and basically get on to some more fixing, because the AU is a lot of fun, but I definitely miss the 370 and I would love to have a thrash on that thing before we go away. So, but we're running out of time, so we'll see how we go. All right guys, we are home now and my shock works are turned up to the 370. Might be a week late, but it's always worth the wait for some shock works. Just gonna quickly open this up. Can't go wrong, some shockwork stickers. Cutty cuts. What do we got? Alright. Stickers. Best part of any order. Some shockwork stickers. Right. What do we got here? Oh! Hoodie. Hell yeah. Shockworks hoodie. That's pretty rad. Thank you, boys. Put it there, shouldn't get dirty. Coolest, well, this is probably one of the coolest things about Shockworks, but it's also funny because they come with these gloves so you can do adjustments and things like that in the future. Obviously come with the C-spanners. Funny thing about the gloves, it's full JDM spec. Way too small to fit my hands, but still really cool. I like it. Right. Ooh wee. Oh wait, did they send me the 90 ones as well? Didn't. Ho ho ho. So these are the new JZX stuff I've got as well. Sick. So this is new front shock and spring for my JZX 90. So this is the shock here, and these are the springs here. I can't remember, they might have sent me totally different valving, or like, not valving, sorry, spring rates, or maybe there's a second spring to try in the actually no, it's a second spring to try in the 370, I believe. Yeah, so it might be a heavier spring to try in the back of that, and these are like, I don't know. I need to message the guys just to make sure. Normally they send me a cool little note. Maybe I missed it. Oh, I'm gonna be kind of delicate with things. It's definitely gonna be cool to mess with some suspension stuff. Actually, if these are 24s, that's a 24 kilo spring. Okay, so that's what it is. We're gonna go to a 20, these are new shocks and a 24 kilo spring to go in the front of the JZX 90. I've actually quite liked the JZX 90, but every now and then when you do drift it, the front feels a little bit softer than I'd like it to be, and I wasn't sure if it was sway bar or spring. I don't really want to go a bigger sway bar, so I'm going to be trying out a 24 kilo spring, and they've sent me some shocks to match to chuck in the front of the JZX 90. That won't be a today vlog, but thing I was expecting and what I'm very stoked about is the 370Z true rear coilovers, and these are secondary springs. So these are a 6 kilo spring and these ones are a 7 kilo. So you see the AO7, that means the 7 kilos. I'm pretty sure, and I also need to address that I stuffed up on yesterday's video saying that Falcon wheel nuts and Nissan wheel nuts are the same. They're definitely not. It makes more sense after the fact that we had another wheel fall off. They're the same thread pitch, they're a different diameter. So yeah, don't be stupid like me and chuck. Yeah, wrong, they don't work. Anyway, I need to go pick up my kids from school. I'm just gonna jump on my BMX, go pick them up, and then we're gonna go down to Nick's and chuck these 370Z rear coilovers in, and then the back end of that car will be kind of complete. And he's been mucking around a lot with the front as well, so we'll see where he's at with that car. And yeah, I can see the JZX100, the JZX90 getting those springs and shocks in tomorrow's vlog, but we'll get onto that in tomorrow's vlog. Today, 370 things as well as AU things. Let's go pick the kids up. All right, so we're down here at K-Swap Garage. You all know Nick. Right, first things first, I walked in here and didn't even notice he'd put the front end back on. This is the 350Z radiator we got. So there's a few differences, but the outlet normally goes out there. This one's obviously right there. We're just gonna put a hole in there, run the hose through there. Same deal with the top. The top, there's a hole here. We're just gonna run the radiator hose straight through, and it will come out here and to where it's meant to go. So not a big deal. I'm really surprised no one offers a standalone, you know, non-AC version for the 370 at the moment. Everything you can buy is an AC and radiator thing. Do you have the old radiator still? Can we, oh. So this is the old setup. It's a radiator and AC. So you got condenser, that, oh, condenser, sorry. So you got the front condenser there, and then the radiator itself for the water is like half of that. Yeah. Like not even my finger really, is it? No, not even my finger, it's thinner. Yeah. So it's less than the width of my finger, and then you got this one, which is, you know, not just shy of 3 fingers width. I think it's like a 50, no, that's not a 50, that's like a 35 mil maybe, 40 mil, something like that. I'm gonna find out. Look at Nick's toolbox. So good. So 45 mil. So just shy of 50 mil, probably a 30 mil core, is it? Yeah. Or 40 mil core?
40 mil.
40 mil?
Yeah.
So 40 mil core, 45 mil end tanks. But we're gonna have to do some slight adjustments to make it fit, but I actually think that's gonna be sick, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think it's going to work real well.
The OCD in me wants to change it to AN. Because I just have this fear of radiator hose and shit popping and blowing.
Nah.
AN.
It won't. Yeah, but it won't on this. When we go rear, we've already discussed this. When we go rear radiator, exactly. You're allowed to have ANs. Yeah, but when we go rear radiator, we're getting a bigger radiator than that.
Yeah.
We'll get 2 of them and put them in the back. Anyway, so springs are obviously out. Spring buckets are gone. This is the old shock, which is looking very weathered. It is a Shockworks, so we're replacing it with this this setup here. Not sure what I'm going to do height-wise, because obviously that compresses.
We'll have to reset it.
Yeah, the height's going to be a thing. So we're going to have to muck around a bit with the height situation, but I'm going to get these slapped in now.
We'll have to reset the front anyway, because once we switch over the brackets left to right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It might change, but maybe not. But
yeah.
Either way, we'll just reset it anyway.
Yeah, so we've got some height adjustments we're going to have to do all round in this car. Because I fitted something not right, there's a little piece where the coilover joins to on the front of the car, which I actually had the wrong way around. I knew about it, but I wasn't willing to pull it apart and fix it until the car came apart for something else. It's very apart for something else at the moment. So that gives us the opportunity to then make it good again. So again, I'm going to go ahead and sort out this rear end now. Then in the near future, we'll get the front sorted, but everything's coming up Millhouse on this car. I'm pretty stoked. All right, I've chucked them in. Just looking at this immediately, I know that's way too low. We need to drop it down. I actually plan to run this car a little bit higher than it was in the back. This side isn't too bad. I left this side a bit further down. But what have we got left to do in this? Put the front back together.
Yeah, the main things are just the dry belt and spark plugs that'll get, and then I'll be able to throw it all back together then. So
I literally was at Repco Max today. We need to work out what length drive belt we need because we're not going to be using, we got to rip that out as well. Oh yeah, that's still, yep, that's easy. How good are 370s to work on? You just take the front off. Front fell off.
doesn't usually come off that easy.
Well, it's a handful of bolts. It's not actually that bad.
Yeah, it's alright.
With a toolbox like that,
Yeah,
come on.
I'm not complaining, I'm just saying usually doesn't fall off.
Yeah, well. Okay, we're going to delete this. So instead of the main belt going around the AC as well, we're going to
pretty much switch this pulley with that one. So obviously that one with there, and then you'll be able to come, so say if you're starting the crank, you'll be able to go up over this one, under, and then over the back side of this, alternator, power steering, and straight back over the top. Obviously that links where that goes. So.
Yeah, you had an idea.
Something like that.
Yeah, use some string to make a...
I'll just use your old belt and just cut it.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course.
Just measure the belt.
Yeah. When the modified subframe goes back in, that's going back in with the GK Tech solid engine mounts, which is cool.
That'll be done tonight and go back in, so.
Right.
Just go plate it and finish it off and stuff.
I'm really excited to drive it like this, to be fair.
Yeah, alright, it'll be good.
Will be good, I'm excited. And I was running the rack offset spaces. The thing I need to work out, which I'm worried about going forward with this, is if I have the bolt-on 370Z to 350Z style thing. I know I used to, I just need to find them, or I need to work out if I need them or whatever. So it may get slapped together for the time being.
If it's little things like suspension, we're going to have to tweak it and pull it apart, and you have to do the coilovers and whatever at the front, but
yeah.
Something like rack ends are nothing. You replace them on the daily.
Oh, I feel like
events,
we might have to put the rack offset ones back on just for the time being. Actually, maybe, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Also, while we're here, just before I go, Nick is here doing another GK Tech install. Pretty cool. I personally like the whole bolt-on plate thing, but if you want something a bit more, I guess, low-key, they do this sort of weld-on handbrake caliper adapter. This car here, this silver 350 that he's doing some work on, basically getting the whole treatment. I think I showed, you saw it in the vlog the other day where he did all the front at my house. He's obviously finishing off all the rest of this car here. So yeah, that's all I'm going to give you guys for this vlog. Just a short one. Like I said, I am behind a day because I didn't take all my camera gear yesterday. So I'm busting this one out for you guys. Going to get it up in an hour's time. So when you're seeing this, this is what I was doing a couple of hours ago if you watched it when it first got uploaded. And yeah, hopefully have this thing done soon. At least like somewhat mechanically done. It's not getting painted before I go. I didn't realize how soon it was until I go away. It's really soon. Really, really soon. So yeah, thanks heaps for watching, guys. Don't forget, every $50 you spend in store gets you in the running to win that Powertune digital dash. And that's another thing I'm going to be doing in the 370Z. This 370Z is going to be copying a Powertune digital dash that I'm going to replace basically the whole cluster with a Powertune digital. We'll get onto that in the future though. Thanks heaps for watching. I'll see you next time.